Hello everyone and welcome to this week's tutorial. Just before we kick off, I wanted to mention that today's tutorial will be very soon available on my website. The link, as usual, is in description. In today's tutorial, I want to show you how you can improve your digital models and bring them up to top level. I know that this is only 10 minutes video, but it will show you this one method of doing things right among all of the other tools available to you. For now, you can even forget all of the other tools and focus on this one hack. If you could apply this method over and over again to your models, you will get much better modeling results, much more confidence in your digital modeling. You will also gain peace of mind, and you will also much easier meet deadlines with a decent, presentable models. In today's tutorial, I want to show you how you can improve your digital models and bring them up to top level. So let's jump into the modeling of McLaren 765 LT front bumper. In this moment, I'm modeling the profile of the upper lip of the bumper. I'm trying to achieve the nice curvature cone. Ideally, I would like to get a G3 across all the three curves. I'm sure that very often when you model, you also find yourself in a situation where you just fall into some kind of rhythm, and you might kind of forget what really important is. Like when you focus on the comb, you just do your best to make the comb look good and to make curves look okay, but there is very often a danger waiting for you, basically, so you can see where this will lead me to. So I'm actually tweaking, pulling and pushing the CVs as normal, and I'm just trying to, in 3D space, I'm just trying to get a nice comb. So in the top area, I can pretty easily get G3, but in the other side, around the bottom of the lip, I will just put up with the G2, which is fine at this moment. I mean, it's okay. I can the continuity connection, which is going to be G2, is perfectly fine, and it's enough. I have edited this video because I didn't want you to watch the whole process of what I'm doing at the moment. If you want to see the whole video, it will be available soon on my website, but at this time you only get a quick insight on what I'm doing and where the problem is going to be occurring very soon. So very quick, the last tweaks, and I think it looks fine in 3D space, right? So I know I stayed pretty close to the data from our previous video, in which we were designing the whole model of the front of the McLaren 765. In that video, we have used the subdivision modeling capabilities. So at this time, we are pretty okay with the shape, okay with the comb. Now is the time to open your eyes, forget all the tools around you, and use your design license to check the shape, probably for the last time before you can move on. Alright, so the most important tool in your palette that I'm talking about is your own eyes. Do you remember the nice curvature comb from just a minute ago? Now, turn it off and look at the model using your own eyes. So, can you see a dip in here? If you were to follow just the comb itself, it would be very easy to miss this area and go on with your modeling process. You should remember that you should never rely 100% on the tools. As I said just a minute ago, the biggest, the most important tool is the set of eyes in your head. Okay, so you can turn off the comb curvature plot and just in the 3D space pull and push CVs just to make those edges and other profiles the way they should be. If you were to keep the comb curvature plot on, you would just be focused on the plot basically, and your design will become secondary. You can even toggle the model off and just see the model itself with no other interruptions. The modeling process wouldn't differ from what we have just done before. The only difference is you don't have the comb curvature plot on, so it doesn't bother you and it doesn't interfere in your display. Can you see how clearly you can see the CVs and the profile itself? Okay, so at this moment I think we are almost done. We still need some tweaking. We are not trying to rush anything. Remember that if you rush, there is a high possibility that you will have to come back and change it later on anyway. So make sure that one design or one area of design, in our case the curves, are spotless, and then move on to the next bit. Sometimes tweaking might feel like it will never end, but just don't worry, just carry on, just do what you feel it's right, and you try to always get the best out of your model. In this situation, the curve feels like it's actually bending inwards, so we are trying to pull it out a little bit. Remember that you can always compare it to the data, to the digital data. Just keep in mind that the data is also not accurate because it's just the sculpt from the previous video. Okay, so we are comparing to the scan, and you can see how proud our curve is when compared to the digital data. Also, as you can see in this view, the upper lip profile is behaving weird, so I think we can be a little bit off with our curve. Again, we can compare our CVs at the moment, and without the curvature comb plot, tweak everything so at least visually looks okay. I think we are spot on. Now is the time to bring back the curvature plot and just make sure that we don't have any crazy stuff going on like bumps or dips. Okay, so we are performing probably the last minor changes, which are not going to dramatically change our profile. Try to keep the degree of the curves as low as possible. Now we have 3 curves, and each of the curves have 5 degrees. And at the moment I'm trying to keep the 5 degrees and see where it gets me, see what I can do with only 5 degrees. Okay, I'm kind of giving up on 5 degrees and I'm adding one more. And I'm sure that with this little deviation, with this little wobbling in a curvature comb, we are going to add 1 degree, and we should be okay with this many degrees, and we should be able to make the curve right. At this moment as well, you can see that we have only G3 in the top area and G2 connection in the bottom area, which is perfectly fine. I'm pretty happy with the result. There is no bumps, there is no wobbliness. Sometimes it's a good idea to turn on the additional view window. I'm still trying to get a little bit better connection, and I think I'm just leave it like this. It's always good to try new things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. In my case, in the side view, we have nice connection. In the top view, that G2 connection, I'm sure it's enough. So I hope that by watching this video you can get an idea on what it takes to go just that little bit more, that little step forward to achieve better results. At the same time, you will have to fall in love with your job. Otherwise, achieving such results and having patience to work like this might be difficult. So just like your job, be confident in what you do, and first of all, know what you do. If you want to see the whole video from this short cutout, you can visit my website. The link is in the description, and the video will be available very soon. Okay, so this is the final result. I'm very happy with the result, and yeah, that's it. We can call it a day and see you around. See you next week. Bye bye.